Oh, you mean area of, can you say that again? Let me get
See,
it.
our objective is working with SQL Server.
Okay.
So, what level of knowledge you have on SQL? How good are you in SQL?
SQL, I would say in the range of 1 to 10. I will rate my
Okay,
I will rate myself 3.
okay. Fine,
I
man.
mean, I mean SQL, structural query language. I don't know
Okay,
anything about SQL Server.
fine. No problem. I'm here to cover everything to you.
Okay.
Fine. So our objective is working with MS SQL Server, that Microsoft SQL Server.
Okay.
This is MS SQL Server. So let me introduce the role of the SQL Server in certain areas of data related services. Okay.
Okay.
So I just want to narrate a small like diagram here, then we shall move forward.
Okay.
Fine. Just you consider this environment as the whiteboard. I'm going to draw something here on the whiteboard. Fine. So this database usually we consider as a logical repository where the data can be stored. Fine. Database. Here in the database, the data will be stored in the form of some tables. The table is a type of a logical structure where the data can be stored. So this is the table 1 and this is another table. So where the data can be stored into the logical structures of rows and columns.
Okay.
Here, this database management system is simply database is a logical repository. Fine. Where actually the data available in a physical location like your computer hard disk.
Okay.
So the data available in the physical location like your computer storage devices, like it will be available only in your computer hard disk. So you may have the data in number of storage locations, right? So this is the operating system platform. There the data available in the form of storage device. Storage device in the sense like hard disk storage, right?
Yeah.
Is it clear till this extent? Do you have any questions in this?
So which one is this? The HDD. What's that mean?
Hard disk.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay, can you explain the that hard disk to me? Come again and I understand this one is a logical repository. These are the tables and
Okay. So actually, suppose if you create a notepad, fine,
yeah.
where you will save this? Where will you save this? You will
You
save
said
in
it,
a computer hard disk only, right?
yeah, computer disk, yeah.
Yes, same manner. The data, whatever you create here, the data which you store in the form of tables in the database,
Okay.
that will be stored physically in hard disk.
Oh, okay.
Taken point?
Yeah, so where could we get the hard disk?
So your computer storage repository.
Oh,
So
okay.
like your computer C drive, D drive, so your
Okay.
computer storage repository, it stores.
So let assume your hard disk is full. What will you do?
So that's the reason I mentioned multiple hard disks here, not a single hard disk.
Multiple hard disk. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is called as a storage house.
Storage house. Okay.
In case if your hard disk is filled with the data, you can go for multiple hard disks.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Those many hard disks can be called as a storage house. Fine.
Okay.
Now, how do you communicate with the database is the one, right? So what do you want to do? suppose I want to take the data, that is I want to retrieve data, like how your flight reservation, how your banking, how your college data, how the product details available in the departmental stores. So these are the different applications daily life we are experiencing.
Sure.
Fine. These are the software applications we are using to communicate with the database, right?
Yeah.
So this particular block, whatever I've created here, you can consider it as an application. Simply it is like an application. Fine. The application is in the sense is a computer software application.
Mm-hmm.
So these software applications can be flight reservation, banking applications, college applications, or product related departmental store data. So those are all can be anything.
Excuse me, are you recording this thing for me? Because I want you to send it back to me. Is it recording?
These are all will be recorded automatically. The recording will be taken care by organizer.
Is it then? Can he hear me now? Or you want me to call him?
I didn't get you.
Do you want me to call him so it can be recorded for me, or I don't know, maybe he's there.
Okay, I understood. This will be recorded by the organizer.
I'm not sure. Maybe he's recording. He might not record it. Please, just give me 1 second. Please.
Wait 1 minute. Being a software application user, you will send a request to read the data about your flight reservation availability, or your bank account details, or in case of college details, university, or any product details in the different departmental stores or in the other areas of the where the business operations takes place. Now if you consider this small environment, just I am making it clear to you that you will send a request to read the data. Fine?
Okay.
Simply you will send a request to read the data. The process of requesting to read the data, what is read? To check the availability of a flight. Fine?
Yeah.
So how do you check the availability of the file? You need to query the information. Query is nothing but you have to send a question, right?
Yeah.
So the question of the way how you will send that request using a software application, the application provides a convenient environment to you. But the type of approach is called as DQL, data query language.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Same manner, you may want to create a profile.
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Yes, please.
The software applications, is it going to be in form of a web app, right? That it communicates to the database.
This can be web application.
Okay.
This can be window application.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
This can be any app, whatever currently we are using, or this can be console application, or form of anything it is.
Okay.
It doesn't matter that what type of application it is.
Okay.
Fine. The platform can be anything. It can be a web platform, or it can be organization window platform, or it can be any small smart app, or it can be a console application. Fine.
Now, I wanted to ask my question. It might be a lot of questions. These software applications, who are the people that take care of it? Is it infrastructure team or the what do they call them? Or the like maybe application developers or data architects?
This is the two different ways. One is the front end environment of the application services. You consider this block as a front-end application. Fine. This front-end development is simply application development. Okay. This back-end area is the database services. This will be taken care by the organization, whichever has been developed this software. Okay. Now, this question is, who will take care? This is a separate area. In case of web application, maintenance, management, and administration of this software will be taken care by the team, the development team. Same manner here also, you will have a team for taking care of your backend services. Point taken? The organizations may take care of these backend and front-end services. This entire process you may give to a particular company. The company will take care of these services. Clear, Banga? Is your question cleared, or you have still more things to get an idea?
Yeah, I still want to get the idea of the front end and the back end.
Very simple point it is. See, usually you will use an ATM machine to withdraw your money, right?
Yeah, sure.
But do you know how this entire process in the backend takes place?
No.
But how do you experience the services here without knowing anything? Simply you will send a request, right?
Yes.
So that backend process, what will happen is not aware to you. You are using a very convenient screen in the front end, right?
Okay.
So the front end, you are the end user. You are not aware of how this is working, right? You are using a simple, I'm drawing you as a person here. So the individual will communicate with the machine, fine?
Yes.
The individual will communicate with the machine and they will send a request to the machine only.
Yes.
The individual's request will be handled through the software application first. You will insert the card, you will insert the PIN number, then you will enter the some request process. So then all these operations would be taken place in the backend. Application validates your data and processes your data by providing only user interface, UI. Right?
Yeah.
So it's truly a UI environment and business logic. And it deals with some data services. But all those are all operations would take place in the backend, like insert, update, delete, and like management.
Okay.
That is like your admin and other services. Fine.
So, Prada, if I may understand what you're saying, I mean, this is really experience. I mean, you're talking from experience. Now, let's say me, I'm the one here, right? The user interface, the business logic, the services, all of those things are all together in the software. They are being taken care of in software applications, right?
Yes, business logic, maximum extent related to application services will be taken care by front end.
Front end, okay.
I will explain the architectures, then easily you can understand. Yeah, this never take directly as this is, but we need to have some like layers of services that I will design. I just want to create one thing here. I want to create a folder that like what is that, Banga?
Yes.
BANGA, right?
Oh, G, sorry, G, B, E, B as in boy.
Okay.
E as in GA.
GA.
Yeah, Benga.
Okay. Fine.
So you're Prada, right?
I'm copying this. I will share this to you after the session, right?
Yes, thank you.
So this, I will write it as whiteboard. Fine. So now you ask me what else you have.
Yeah, I want to understand the concepts. I mean, I would say the architecture of all these things. The front
Okay.
end, yeah, the front end, the back end.
Okay.
You know.
So now let me start, because this is all the things are introduction to SQL Server.
Hmm.
I'm introducing the complete product of SQL Server to you. So
Because
let me,
let me. You know why I'm asking all these questions, right?
I didn't get you. Come again.
You know why I'm asking all these questions, right?
You can ask nowhere why.
Yeah, I'm just into a complaint. I don't really understand all these things. All my
Okay,
whole,
I'll
yeah,
take care. Don't worry. I'll explain.
so I want to
Okay.
understand how generally the IT structures, how it's being structured. I know database play a major roles. All the data are being kept. We take care of
Okay.
the databases, we take care of the tables, we take care of all those things. But what about all those other things like what you are explaining now, the software, the web application. I know they are talking about web application, the SML, the Javas. We have data architect. All these things they act generally. I know you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
just let me explain this.
Okay, thank
So
you.
the application architectures or architectures of the application can be of majorly three types.
Okay.
Single tier application, architectures. One is single tier, two tier, three tier, and entire model. So these are the four different categories of applications we can divide. Okay.
Okay.
So generally, when you consider a small application in a departmental store, I'm just copying the single tier architecture here. So the single tier architecture model here I'm just defining. You consider a small departmental store application. A simple departmental store application I'm categorizing into three parts here. Fine. One is one particular layer I drawn. Second layer I'm leaving exactly as it is. And third layer I'm defining with a color, yellow. Okay.
Mm, mm,
This is one particular part, and this is a different part, and this is a different part.
mm.
So as a user, you may communicate from the front end, like you are using a single tier application here. So that has three parts. One is the backend database, where the database can be a part of the same application. Here it can be a part of this. And the business logic, will be placed inside this. Fine. And this deals with data like user interface services, UI layer. Okay.
Okay.
This deals with UI tier. So user interface in the sense here, you will communicate with the front end to communicate with the backend tier. So this all these things will be a single application like your departmental store small applications. Fine. This is layered into a single model.
Mm.
Taken point? Any questions in this?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good for that.
Yes. So two tier, the two tier model is you will design the front end as a separate one. The front end tier is commonly we will use as the front end. I'm just defining it is. And you may have a completely a strong enough application here. So that I'm designing here as the application where business logic is a part and database also will be combined into this. So that I'm placing here as the database as a part of the backend,
Mm.
and it deals with business logic also. So this you can easily analyze. The tired layer here you can easily analyze that. I'm just drawing a line of logically separate tier. Okay. And users will communicate using the different environments. The UI, user machines I am drawing here. This is one computer of the user. And this is a different tier. And this can be a different tier. So these three are you can consider as three different computers I have drawn here. The computer 1, computer 2, computer 3. So these are all you can consider as clients to communicate with this machine. Fine. So the separated tier is that user interface is separated, that is the client environment. Fine. UI, UI, and UI. So like client and server environment, this is client 1, client 2, and client 3. Point taken now.
Sure.
So every user request will be processed only at server. So first business logic will be taken care to validate the user credentials and to validate the user data request, and then it processes all the requests to the server through this environment. Fine.
So sorry, all these clients, they will first communicate with the business logic before going to database.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But database is a part of this tier.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Two tier. What way it is two tier? Business logic plus data. Plus data services. Then it will be a two tier. Taken point?
Yeah.
Business logic plus data tier. This is two tier. Now assume that every user request has to be handled by the business logic layer, and then only it can deal with the data tiers. So then always it will increase the load on the server, and always it increase the rush on the network. So you can separate certain tiers of the communication that you can change into three-tier model here. Fine. I'm just changing three-tier. In this three-tier, instead of maintaining these tiers in this fashion here, instead of directly sending a request, you will send a request to the business logic layer as a separated tier. So I don't want to maintain this as a business logic tier here. Fine. This server deals with only data services. Taken point. This is a server computer.
Okay.
Fine. This server deals with only the data tier services and some extent of other services. You may establish another machine that would take care of business logic. Okay. So this has been separated. Why we have separated this? To overcome the troubles like every request of the user is just making to be available at the business logic, and you are making this server busy with all the client requests, right?
Yeah.
So instead of that, you can make this machine free from the work only to deal with the backend data services, and you separated the business logic as a separate tier.
Oh, so in the three tier, we separate the business logic from the data from the server.
Yes, you will separate it. Then your request will be handled by your business logic tier. Then finally, it would be sent from here to server.
So I want to ask you, who are this business logic in a real scenarios? Who handle the business logic in a real scenario?
This application only would handle it. This is a software application again.
Oh, software application. Okay.
Fine. So here you may maintain another database that may be common here. A small database you may maintain here also. For what purpose? So first I entered my login ID, right?
Yeah.
I enter my password. So those two login ID password, whatever I have entered here, those are all should be sent to this first server to here.
Oh.
So this can validate my login ID password here. Okay. There you may have a table. The table may maintain the user table. So user ID, name, password, right?
Yeah.
So against to this data, my request will be served, right?
Yes.
So then what I want to do, I want to withdraw $1,000. Fine. But I may not have $1,000 in my
account.
So that scenario, it has to validate it, whether you have the sufficient funds or not. So that type of process is business logic again. Then it checks the data against a table where your details are available, account. Fine?
Yeah.
So from here, my request will be sent to server. Then my server will validate that whether I have the data or not. Point taken?
Yeah. Yeah. Taken.
So this is a 3-tier architecture model. Is it clear to you?
Yes, clear.
Fine. Now, this is a simple model of 3-tier, which is currently commonly existing in everywhere. So I'm just taking you to the next extent of entire architecture model. Okay?
Okay.
Entire.
Okay.
Yes. This entire, or you can call it as distributed application.
Distributed application. Yeah.
Fine. So entire or distributed application, I just narrated it. Okay. It is highlighted in color that you can remember when you go through this. Okay. So I'm changing some extent of this model, which you are well aware of this. You are well aware of this model. Okay. How you know? When you enter the login ID password, it will be validated. This you can do with using your mobile. Point taken? You can do the same thing using your mobile. So not only using this type of a computer here, you can use a small mobile also for accessing this. Fine? So mobile I may use.
Hello? What's going on?
Benga, 1 minute. Benga, 1 minute. Just hold on. Has been pulled to restart.
I know. Your laptop, your system is on fire. It has to reboot.
Fine. So we were here. We had a discussion on entire architecture we started, right?
Okay.
So like as a user, you may use a mobile app. Fine.
Okay.
And you may use any other smart device. I'm not narrating much about these type of devices here. So you may use any smart device.
Right.
Fine. So, and the majorly here you need to analyze very simple thing. The OTPs, one-time passwords, or any other validations will be sent to your mobile, right? Your bank application data you may access, like you assume that it is a bank application.
Okay.
This bank application data can be accessed into your mobile or into your web application, internet application, right? Or you can directly approach to the bank to get the services from the banking. So that like window application.
Yeah.
Fine. So these are all the areas you are able to distribute the data, and application interfaces are many things. So what can be done? Yes.
So where does the OTP comes from? What's the meaning of this OTP?
Like suppose you are doing a small transaction here, like you entered your login ID password.
I'm talking of this OTP. Where does it come in? This OTP.
Mobile.
No, OTP.
One-time password.
No, I mean, what's the meaning of this? Where does?
OTP is one-time password, right?
Oh, one-time password. Okay. I got
Fine.
it.
So
Okay.
that would be generated to your mobile.
Oh yeah, sure.
Means this application is being integrated to your other devices also.
Mm.
Point taken.
Yeah.
And you are able to access this information into web platform, window platform, or any other type of a platform, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fine. So you may maintain these many servers, maybe not only a single server, you may maintain multiple servers for the same purpose.
Mm.
Purpose can be same, right? You may have a lot of workload here. You may have one more computer where these type of services can be handled.
Right.
Point taken. So this can be the second server, or you may have multiple servers of the same type for different purposes. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
defining one more server here, another
Yeah.
server, or you may have another server. This server can be a standby server. Fine. This
Yeah.
can be a restore server.
Yeah.
This can be a backup server.
Right. Right.
Fine. This you may have one more server as the transaction server here.
Mm-hmm.
So this can be a transaction server. So here you may have n number of servers here. But this data integrates to all these database servers. You may find that same type of databases, that different type of amount of data can be maintained. Point taken.
Yes.
Fine. So I'm just placing this database.
I know.
Point taken now. Is it clear?
Right. I'm getting. I'm following.
Yes. Now you tell me, do you have any questions in this?
Uh, Basically, so in these software applications, that is where the examples like all these web windows, that is where they will be, right? That's where they will reside.
Yes, generally the environments which you are using as a general user, those are all software applications. Okay.
Okay.
But when you consider the really where data is storing, that is all your backend applications, backend databases.
Oh,
So
so
our object, yes,
so all these extra servers, that is where the database are. Those are the backend services.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
So our main work is working with backend. So our job is working with SQL Server. Again, we need to come for the main topic. Okay.
Okay.
So, so now I hope you are clear with the application architectures, right?
Yes, I clear it.
Very clear, or
Yep.
just you understood?
Yeah, understood it.
Fine. Now, once if you come back and if you start working with the database here, I'm just drawing some extent of the content here.
Yeah.
This is the one I copied. I want to take into a new file. Fine. So now our objective is working with database. So for that we have a language called SQL.
Mm.
This SQL language that Microsoft plus IBM, they developed a language called Sql, Structured English Query Language. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is S, not C. It should be S. SQL.
SQL.
Fine. Then Microsoft separated from IBM. They started their own language called TSQL.
Mm. Transactional.
Transact SQL.
Oh, transact SQL.
Transact SQL. So
So
this
what is
SQL
so,
has, yes,
so what basically what's the difference? I know there's a little bit different, but major.
no,
I mean,
no. See, SQL is similar to a common English, what generally you will use. Okay, suppose you want to know some information about the availability of a flight. So I want to know the availability of a flight from one location to another location. That is my request, right?
Mm-hmm.
So get me the details of ABC flight
Okay.
from A to C. This is my request. Okay.
Okay.
This is a SQL language. Okay. So SQL select star from flight
Right.
where city. So I
Cut
can mention point
in.
taken.
Yes.
Got the difference? So
I
this
get.
is only a language specification. Got the point?
I get it.
Yes. Our objective is working with TSQL. In this, we have many different subsets. One is DQL, data query language. One is DDL, data definition language.
Mm-hmm.
DML, data
Man.
manipulation language.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will work with some extent of PLSQL, procedural language and structure language integration. So there we will learn about batches, procedures, functions, and triggers. Fine.
Right.
So these are all the part of the PLSQL approach. And DQL will work with queries. Okay. So wherever you use a select statement, that is called as a DQL part. DDL, you will use create, alter, drop. These are all DDL statements. DML, insert, update,
Okay.
and delete.
Okay.
So these are DML statements. This is the objective we're supposed to reach by end of our training. Okay.
Okay.
This is the thing we targeted actually.
Okay.
Clear point?
Yeah, clear. Clear.
Yes. That the software for working with this database management system is available in different flavors. So one is MS Microsoft SQL Server.
Hmm.
Fine.
Yeah.
And Oracle can be another product. Sybase. These are all the different database management system products. Okay.
Yeah.
DBMS products. MS SQL, Oracle, and Sybase.
Right.
Fine. Our objective is working with MS SQL.
Yes.
So that we are going to work with MS SQL Server, and our work will start with DQL first. Then we'll go for DDL. Then we'll go for DML, and then we'll start with batches, procedures, functions, triggers.
Okay.
Fine.
Right.
So do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I'm good.
Now you take the remaining 5 minutes of time. You can query me anything.
Okay.
You ask me whatever you want to gain.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty following what you do.
Okay. So what are your takeaway today?
Uh, the takeaway is that architecture and
Architecture, one tier,
yeah, and the
tiers of architectures,
type
fine,
of yeah,
and the DBMS management system.
yeah, management system
And we had a discussion on the products
and
like
our DQL,
yes,
DML applications plus database. Yeah,
yes, SQL language,
yes,
right?
yeah, SQL language.
These are all the things are the takeaway today.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Any more questions?
Um. So, my question is back to the software application.
Okay, you ask me.
Yeah, okay, this software application, in what language can all those things be written? Like,
This can be anything like Java, This can be anything like .NET, okay, or this can be C or C++. Fine?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, fine. I'm concluding this as the part of today's discussion. We had a discussion on application architectures. We understood the database modeling,
Right.
and then we started working with DBMS and we analyzed the products. Application is what, database is what, and the role of SQL language. We had a discussion today. Fine?
Yeah.
So again, we shall meet on the next class. Fine?
Okay.
Fine. Fine. I will share this and you can find it out. Fine?
All right. Thank you very much.
Fine. Thank you. Thank you, Divan. Thank you.
And have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Good night.